Um, just a guideline. I don't know how far you have gone in the assignment number 1 meeting. It will be to your advantage because you are already in. I don't know how far you have gone, so I don't want to confuse you, but I thought I should just mention something. The focus assignment in energy is not a difficult thing, it's a simple one. What you should know is that I'm looking for your understanding of the distinction between organized labor and unorganized labor. I think that's the basis of that assignment. I want to phrase one to one, but the point is, I wanted you to demonstrate that you are conversant with the difference between organized labor and unorganized labor. From what I've been saying in my lectures, I think I've given one major distinction, that organized labor, there are regulations, there are procedures that have to be followed in the organized labor. In the organized labor, you have what we call labor laws that are applicable. For example, the Employment Act is used when engaging people in the organized labor. And when you look at the Employment Act, that's one of the legal instruments that is used when you are recruiting people in the organized labor sector. And if you ask me what is the Employment Act and how is it a player in the organized sector, the Employment Act sets minimum standards of employment, minimum, and it forces the employer. Now, this is where I would like you to understand. It mandates the employer to follow those minimum. Now, what I'm saying will not be found for an organized labor. For example, the Employment Act directs or mandates the employer to observe the minimum wage when one can be employed. The Employment Act, I think, talks about 18 years and above. In that there is a confusion. I don't know whether I've noted this confusion, but we'll see, because the law I want us to start going into specific areas of an organized labor. The Constitution of Malawi talks about the age of 14. Then the International Labour Organization talks about 16. And the Employment Act talks about 18. It means this is not extra confusion in terms of what is child labor, but this is what we are going to cover today as some of the areas I want us to go through. This is just to highlight on the assignments that were given. So the Employment Act gives the minimum requirements that employers have to follow. This is what qualifies labor to be organized. The Employment Act also mandates the employer to continue paying a sick employee. To highlight some who organized labor. If you look at the Employment Act, it clearly states that when an employee falls sick, the employer should continue to pay that employee first 3 months on full pay, the next 3 months on half pay, and should the employee continue to be sick after this. First 3 months on full pay, next 3 months on half pay, then the sickness continues, then it means the employer has now processed retirement on medical grounds. Now, this is absent in the other sector. And this is could be only one organized sector, so nobody will particularly, that's why we go on and organize this labor agreement with 1 million small businesses. We are running for profit. In the business, and university, drive on our work. Sending out 3 months, I will walk around. So that's the major distinction. When I've been looking at such issues as you try to differentiate or to distinguish organized labor from unorganized labor. Who is guided by the laws? So the Employment Act gives minimum requirements, like the sick leave I talked about. The Employment Act also regulates the organized sector by dictating the hours of work, where it says one should not work for more than 48 hours in a week, and should there be more than 48 hours, then the employer should consider paying overtime. So there is time factor. Let's take one organized sector. One, with the regulation area. That's why you find a lot of child labor there. And this is what we're going to look at today. Because today I want to start the unorganized sector special, what we have specific areas in the unorganized labor. We'll look at the two, the fisheries and the tenant system. Now you'll notice that on the other hand, we don't have age control. In India, I'm told children as young as 6 years can be employed. Of course, it's illegal. You will also agree with me that we like sometimes to use children because child labor is cheap. Very cheap. Very cheap. You mentioned in a month and then you wonder that it's not going to cheap of the art. Whether they are cheap to pay. Some of them. You ask them to do some dead work, the payment is so small, and they eat the gift. Now that is only done in the unorganized sector. Family will mean of age, 18 and above. Or the institution that you know if everyone with 14 years, the law is supposed to take control and to take its course. So any employer organized has to abide by the minimum requirements. That's one thing that demonstrates the difference or the distinction between organized and unorganized. Not only that, instruments and being organized labor are let's talk about another act, for example, which is Pension Act. Pension Act is on the legal instrument in which dictates how the employer should treat the employee. The Pension Act, because you people are doing human resources, during my time, the Mawanda was just test my candidates to go to human resources office. The Makandi a very big interest because it is my field. So I remember one time we had interviews for human resources managers. And those human resources managers, we wanted to recruit in the event, because one of the things that happens in human resources, you have to plan what we call succession. In workplaces, people are always not happy to talk about. They don't want to know who is going to take over from me. But it's one of the human resource function, trying to ensure that the organization continues succession plan. In the current environment, you don't know who is going to stand in DBD. You don't know who is going to stand for those around. we are so not willing to know if this one will take off. But you see, we conducted interviews to get two graduates in human resource management who we wanted them to understudy in it because I had 3 years to retire. So I said, no, I want to continue it. I want to be the one who takes over from me should be someone I should train in the remaining 3 years. And therefore, let's get a fresh head from the university. Because and to what I learned experience and of about this is what I've noted in my answer. It's not good always to say experience 5 years. I'm not doing their good enough of they should change their thinking. Because they want to still use their experience. But many people like you, when you are taken, you can easily be trained because you must have gone to school 4 years thinking about social science. So your brains are faster. This is what I've discovered, and it's true. So to me, I opted for recruiting someone from university. Because I said, in 3 years I'll stay with him. They will coach and mentor and counsel and train. So that when I leave, he can take the position of head of human resources. That was the aim. But I can tell you I was disappointed. We did the first interviews. We selected 6. According to their applications, they were so nice. They did submit very good CVs. So we shortlisted 6. We conducted the first round of interviews. Simple questions I was asking them. I was not the only one. Normally you have a panel. But because I was the one interested, I was the one who was chairing that interview. So my questions were very simple. Simple questions. And one of them was, the legal system you find to be someone Bachelor of Arts in Human Resources Management, University of Malawi, Chancellor, with distinction. The candidate would not even mention the Employment Act. The candidate would not even mention the Pension Act. Because that you become not a problem. It's a problem in my career. I'm just coming from the labor market. I'm 2 years out. So you see exactly what we want in the labor market. We are not, we would like a candidate of human resource who can not practical, but you should be able to demonstrate a few insights into this legal issue. But we consider an organized labor. Don't think it's completely unorganized labor. Why you are doing this is for you to notice that organized labor has a procedure and it is regulated by the legal system. Now, a human resources manager should be able to have an idea of the Employment Act. A human resources manager should have an idea of what we call the Labor Relations Act. Legal is Labor Relations Act, Employment Act. One thing I can mention is that the Labor Relations Act manage relationship between employer and employee. If you did human resources management as it is, let's say, you find the definition of human resources management given by someone called Nick Wilton. He says human resources management is a set of practices and procedures for the management of relationships between employer and worker. I always use that definition because that's what you will be doing. You will be managing the relationship between the employer and the worker. Human resources management. And your job will be exactly what Nick Wilson says, managing the employment relationship between employer and worker. That's what you will be doing. So you need to be prepared for this. Mama, if I got your degree, I will my interview. I wouldn't mind you calling me just to give you some advice. I'll give it to you. Where that will be 5 years from now. Because I want you to do well in the I will not you have failed an interview. Getting invited for an interview is an opportunity. So, what do you mean not be asked? Because I know exactly what we want during the interview. So you ask this gentleman, distinction, whatever happens, after all, I now want to check the distinction, human resource management, just avoid it. What is the role of the Employment Act in the employment matters? It sets minimum standard of employment. Posting the employer. Okay, the Pension Act. When was the Pension Act last reviewed? Pension Act 2011, it is so done, it makes them higher. Candidate what degree that was How does it get into the system? Because you need to know the base. There is Pension Act, politically Pension Act in 1991, these days you need to know something about that. So these are some of the things that I would like you people to get an interest. And also sometimes we are who regulates the pension in Malawi? Things like that. Simple questions in Malawi. What is the percentage minimum contribution to pension? The Act says employee minimum 5%. Employer minimum 8% on monthly basis, which makes 15%. So 15% is the pension manager. Things like that. Pension Act is a very interesting thing. You need to have time to go through it. How do you access your pension fund? As a person chief, pension young in the bank. What is the retirement age? This is what it means. So some of these things I'm saying, you need to know them because they regulate the organized sector. But when you come to the unorganized sector, you find that these things are absent. An organized sector is very, very unorganized as it is. Rules do not apply. Employers resist the rules. They don't like to use the rules because they want to do things faster. Children are there in the unorganized sector. As I'm talking now, if we made a tour from here, going to the supermarket, I'm sure we'll meet some kids carrying mandazi, saying, age 12, 13, and so on. So you remember the last part, because today I want to look at unorganized labor in different sectors. That's a separate topic. Unorganized labor in different sectors. And you will notice that the reason I will be looking at several sectors is for you to see, because you know what I will be asking you, mid-semester exam where I will be, how is fishing industry qualifying to be in the unorganized sector? So the command you should be very attentive. Because that's the way I question myself. I'm saying we'll now start looking at different sectors that fall under unorganized labor. So what I would like you to be getting is, so fishing industry is where an unorganized sector because of ABCD. Okay, tenant system in agriculture is where under an organized labor because of ABCD. Because I'm saying these are some of the sectors in the unorganized labor, some of the specific sectors. Different sectors in the unorganized labor. Today we'll do fishing industry, we'll do tenant system. We'll also do, not today, scavenging, and I think I mentioned what scavenging is. Scavenger is the implementation of Nyasa. But in Chile, scavenging. Scavenging comes from balance, let's say, guide model of Montagaro, not just balance where. Balance is scavenger. So, community Nyasa, scavenger. Now, by Chile, scavenging. We need to unorganize this. Scavenging the chief organization to allocation market. zinya manyumba inayinchidwa city as far as I know. Asira yalangiza magalimo kusoma kulira muziki omwaka mukali 15 omwaka kulira. Koma banova magalimo wanapita asira yalangiza. So people have gone into that unorganized small scale businesses. I see a lot of magalimo organizations that collect refuse waste from our houses. Many makalimo amaberena mera cleaners. Now, that is scavenging. That is unorganized labor. One, because kumele kujela murina na instrument ile nesi na nini libo instrument ile kama the Health and Safety Act. Health and Safety Act imagine apply to organized sector. So the government scavenging, when I come to scavenging, and in the exam I ask you how is the scavenging in the unorganized sector? Because the Act Health and Safety does not apply. The Health and Safety Act to organize labor, it clearly stipulates the type of gear, the protective, what we call PPE, personal protective equipment. You cannot expose your body to something that is unhygienic. This is why in a factory, if you went around in a factory, mass instructions, direction, danger, be very quiet. My factory, still works. But we don't have specific sort of protective way. I know high gloves, and they also have boots. But my construction is on the in case something falls on you. Construction, I'm not going to no, construction, I'm going to go mad. Do you know why? Why is it that they use iron sheet? Common sense. I've noticed this. Wherever there is construction, I'm going to iron sheet as they say. Is that the only reason? Check when you go out. And let's find out from the builders. Because I also noticed it, as a mama, I'm a mama, construction area, that is in compliance with the Health and Safety Act. This does not apply. So if you are not tenant system, whether there is only you understand, this is unorganized. And what secondly, by the fishing industry. When I talked about the fishing industry today, we will also be able to know, okay, so our lecture is saying fishing industry belongs to unorganized labor because it does not comply with the following, which is applicable in the organized. Scavenging, the Health and Safety Act. Those guys are exposed to one, they are not qualified. Because if you look at the city vehicles, something. No other guys need to go and they are welcome. That's a requirement. That's the Health and Safety Act. The first step. But you find the men are cleaners, also will collect waste in our locations because it is a weird. Very few have got those special vehicles to collect waste. And you find that one and those that do the job, they are not. At least those that come to my house, they don't have this glass. And they are exposed to something that is rotting in the bins, and they just put it. At the end, they are on top of the waste. This is unorganized. Scavenging is unorganized because it does not comply with the Health and Safety. I remember City Council when you had the statement. I think 3 months ago, it issued a statement to say to all the commercial collectives in our current special vehicles because they have but they cannot enforce that. Remember, I said the unorganized sector is something that also helps the government to keep people that are employed busy. So the city of Lilongwe has issued that statement, but they never followed it. times, 3 times, carrying waste from the houses. Commerce, what you should know is that waste management is a big issue. Umina kumaka chita dump zimene zija is illegal. It's practical. Amaka nyingerera madereza outside Milongo kumaka pasta mafumu wina something like 20,000 watts. This is never was in here. So what about government they go? Some of the guys will die 6 months. Some of the guys will be so. At least from my age. And when you go there, you notice how we are negatively polluting our soils. Because that is makama plastic. And plastic is not just chalk soil. But we are killing this soil, which is our resource. Because those waste. My plastic has been more food that. No food that actually rot and decompose. My plastic will stay underground for you. So we are chopping the soil. The soil needs aeration. Tarema buma mafuna muzikati mabali kuzimuziro wa kwenye. But the moment we chop it with plastic, the soil will become unfit. So we talk also about the scavenging as an organized. But as I'm saying, if you come up here into these specific areas, you should be able to qualify. Okay, scavenging qualifies to be an organized because these things do not happen in this particular sector, which happen under normal circumstances. Kuti muntu ngwagire ntchito factory or any other place where you need it protected, where you will not go there without being. We don't know our president, and I'm not going to school, going that out, I'm not going to have a dust coat across the table. That's part of the health and safety. That's health and safety as in practice. The president may not say, I don't want this. They will say, oh, this is a requirement according to health and safety. That's the regulation. We will also look at what we call bonded labor. Now, bonded labor, I want you to find out if it is taking place in Malawi. Bonded labor. Bonded labor is common in India. It is common in India because Abuwa Abuegandrama Kwaini, they are the ways. They live on Noah Manawa, that's what bonded labor. In India, it's common. So, I'm talking about Vilaja. We have so many Caterpillar people here. I mean, I get my tail out of the Manawan, what have Manawan Abdul for 6 months to compensate for your failure to pay him. It's called bonded labor. Now, you can imagine the treatment that for it's more or less like slavery. It's like slavery. So, we also look at that bonded labor. And we'll try to find out, do we have such cases in Malawi? Do we have any trace of bonded labor in Malawi? We'll look at that when we come to that. We will also look at sex work. The post-organized is also giving us sex work as belonging to an organized labor. Because Kumarago have noted that there is the Ministry of Gender. I think we have got some association of sex workers. Now, what is important is, if I've listened to some of them on the radio, I'm a photographer because the industry, the sex industry, is not well regulated. Things like that. And also, remember I said organized sector it's because it's well organized, the tax collection is not a problem. I mean, of sex work, I don't think there's any tax that is collected. The government is not giving anything. So also look at sex work. But also, very much important to me are the emerging issues in the sex industry, sex work industry. The emerging issues. In the past, we used to believe that those sex workers are those that have failed school service. But surprisingly, you find well qualified, actually graduate, parading themselves around one day, parading themselves around hotels, engaging in sex activities. So we will go beyond just looking at sex work, but we also look at the causes of sex work. And surprising as well, while we thought as Familia it is poverty that drives them to be in the streets, I have discovered that it's not poverty. Some of them are coming from well-to-do families. Well-to-do families. Actually, in Mabanga conducted a state some year ago. What is driving our young girls into sex business? I noted there are so many factors. What is driving well-qualified graduate girls into sex work? One of them that identified and come out with is that it appears in what we call social pressure. It's not peer pressure, it's social pressure. That's one of the factors. Social pressure is when you have graduated in your medical degree, you find yourself in more problems than the one you are now. You need what we call social pressure. One, medical degree, it means those that were sponsoring you. We expect this one to start. Pressure around the family. Second, it is yourself. I've completed my school. I've got my degree. What is making me not to start working? Then you go into a situation which is quite confusing. The Munena is because I'm also a parent. The Munena is because being a parent I've also experienced with some of my own, particularly one. I'm not figuring in that state. Getting a degree and we stayed with her for 3 years without any work. Now, those 3 years were very tough, and I could notice because sometimes we wake up very angry. Sometimes she will not even wake up. It's a psychological torture. We need to manage this. Now, at Sikana, because of that pressure, they just get out of the house and go into the street. Degree, yeah. These are some of the reasons. Because the kind of sex work is for Anna and Pamela in the school, when Anna to be in Silver Stand 8, the other woman and then one Anna go in the street. But now it's not the case. There is also something. The issue of unemployment is letting particular girls who cannot shoulder the pressure that they have after graduating. And sometimes even some are bored and now it's so few. Simple cover and some are second shift. It's not permit someone out to find a drug. And if it's a girl, she can now go to the street. Makolo Abuna and one answer, that one. I don't know that rather somebody let me go into the street. These are some of the things, the realities. So when it comes to sex work, we must also understand what causes sex work. Is it only for illiterate girls? No, it is not. We have graduates now. Is it only for girls that are coming from poor families, from Gitabo, from Daddy? No, we have some from area 43 doing sex work. Some from area 15. So what is the reason? What is the reason? We need to find the new reasons for sex work. Then we'll see how it falls under the organized labor. So I just wanted to say that as you are finalizing your assignment, this will also provide some information. Because I think our lecturer is looking for this. I want you to demonstrate your understanding of organized and unorganized labor. Right, so as I've said today, I've prepared that we look at 2 sectors in the unorganized labor. But before we do that, let me also just mention that last time we looked at the problems of problems of unorganized labor. Some of the causes that I mentioned has to do with skills deficiency. I think I also talked about the illiteracy. Because in the unorganized sector, there is number of things where they are not very important. You can join anytime, you can also go out. But there are also next resource requirements. These are some of the causes, and lack of proper employment opportunities in urban areas, and also population. Now, when it came to the problems of organized labor, I talked about little awareness of workplace hazards. That's the problem, because people go into unorganized labor, they don't even know the hazards that are there. Scavenging, the one I've just mentioned, is so hazardous type of work. But we also have to specify that in the unorganized labor we have problems of women workers. We have problems of women workers. They are subjected to sexual abuse, low wages, and very unhealthy social conditions. But we also mentioned, I think, in the problems of unorganized labor, the problems faced by government, the tax loss. The government is losing tax from unorganized labor, and the employers avoid any form of regulation. Because in the unorganized sector, still not we are into small scale business, we want to make profit and so on. So labor laws cannot be applied. These were some of the problems of unorganized labor. This does not mean that you cannot find some more. There could be some more. I'm just opening up areas that you can consider. Now, let's look at unorganized labor in specific areas. And the time permitting, I want to cover two today. I want to cover the tenant system, and I also want to cover the fishing industry. One of the students who took unorganized labor this semester is writing a dissertation on the role of unorganized labor with a specific example of the fishing industry. I happen also to be the one who is supervising, so I noticed that it's a lady, she's doing very well in the development of the survey that she has conducted. So, unorganized labor in different sectors. And we'll look at the tenant system. Tenant system in Malawi. Tenant system in Malawi. I want you to understand this. As I've said, your aim should be how is it falling under unorganized labor. So I'll give you some information about the tenant system in Malawi. In Malawi, the tenant system, particularly in the agricultural sector, falls under a state. It's under the estates. And these are particularly tobacco estates. Now you know for sure that tobacco in Malawi is regarded as our gold. Tobacco is regarded as our gold. We get forex through tobacco. Mostly, I think 90% of our forex comes from tobacco. So tobacco is our gold. And this tenant system happens to be in the tobacco estates. That's the one I'm referring to. Now, in the arrangement is you have estate owners, and you have the estate workers who are called tenants. Now, If you look at the distribution of work in the estate, there are three types of workers. You have permanent, you have seasonal, or what we call casual, and you have stable. Now to deal with business because this is the beginning of employment, whether we are going to qualify this to be unorganized. By state, you find three categories of employees. The permanent ones will be those that are doing the clinical work and supervisor work. There are some workers you find that are there permanently. They get paid at the end of the month. These are the people that are keeping what we call managing the stores. Very few estates who have human resources, but there is need for that as well. So you find the permanent workers are those that are doing clerical work. These are the ones that maybe manage the stores where they keep the fertilizer and the inputs which they distribute to the tenants. The casual gun workers, these are gun workers. Sometimes there will be some small work to be done. These are simply the gun workers. You may also find them sometimes in the estate. But my interest is on the tenants. Now, the estate owners are also what we can call landlords. They are landlords. Because for you, I don't know whether you know, in Malawi, for you to operate, to grow tobacco, you need to lease land. I don't know whether you know this. For you to own a tobacco estate, you need to lease the land through the means of land, regional land, commissioner for land. You need to lease the land. So the land becomes yours. And the estates are normally big. So the estate owners use the tenant system. And tenant system is defined as the tenant system is defined as a system where the estate owners engage, I don't want to say employ, they engage families to work in the estate or to grow tobacco in the estate. Grow tobacco in the estate. And agree on the payment system which is done at the end. As I mentioned, the estate owners normally like to engage families because although the one who is employed is maybe the head of the family, they like to get the tenants from different countries. A survey that was conducted in 2015 shows that most of the tenants are coming from Cholo, are coming from Mangochi, are coming from Zomba, are coming from Mwangi. These are some of the districts that are around there again. Most of the tenants are sourced from these districts. My question to my class would be, why is it that most of the tenants come from these districts? According to the survey that was conducted in 2015, if you look at these districts, they are heavily populated, one, and two, there is scarcity of land. Kucholo Kumadia Estate. They are Kamaswaju. That's why you have most of these people who have become tenants come from this district. Mangoyi, the same thing, it's heavily populated. Zomba, the same thing. Mulanje Estate as well, along there. So, according to the survey that was conducted, most of these tenants come from this district. Now, actually, it is saying 91%, according to that survey, 91% of the tenants in Tobago Estate come from this district. And only 9% come from the districts where the estates are located. This is according to the 2016 survey. Most of the estates where these people go to you find them in Zimba. You can be surprised that you go to Mbalajande and you find people from Murang who have now settled there. They can't go back. I will see what it means, what tenancy system is all about. The estates are there. Rumpi is also one of the districts that has a lot of estates. No surprise that you find people from this district stranded in such a district. You are talking about the whole central region. Loa, Kasungu, Mchinji, Chisi. These are the Tobago rural districts. So most of these people find themselves in this district. How do they find themselves here? They find themselves here because the estate owners is trying to convince them. They convince them to become tenants. The recruitment of the tenants does not follow any regulation. The estate owners will go to Murang or Cholo, and they will encourage these people to go in as families. So they will come to my house, or they will come to me through the local leaders. Not that they go through the local leaders. We have come. I have an estate in Kinji. I would like to take 10 families. And they promise, the estate owners promise accommodation, they promise food rations, and they promise medical care. These are some of the things that they promise them. And they also promise that they will give them their own piece of land where they can grow their own maize. Now you can see the excitement. Someone in Yezerera Parombe has never even gone to Blantyre. So the idea of traveling all the way from Parombe to Mchinji would one excite someone. As Malawians, we like traveling. So the expectation that I will travel all the way from Parombe through Blantyre, Zomba, Lilongwe to Mchinji becomes an excitement. Secondly, because the estate owner promises that I'm not just taking you as a husband, so there will be no broken marriage. The family will be intact. So he takes the husband, the wife, and maybe 4 children. He says, no, say, Marwa, so he can take 10 families in his track. Maybe the size of each family will be 5 or 6. So he takes all of them, puts them in there. So there will be a breakaway in terms of family. The husband, the woman, the husband. The one who is going to be employed will be the husband, but they would like the wife and the children to accompany him. Not knowing that there is something hidden. Look at how employment law is not followed here. So
So the promise is to the head of the family. That's the one who is going to be the tenant. That's one. Two, there is no signed agreement. I'm telling you the current development what we have. There is no signed agreement. This is very vague. It's oral. That you provide accommodation is oral. That food ration will be given, it is oral. That medical care will be given is oral. That they will be given a piece of land to grow their own personal crops is oral. So there is no agreement in writing. Something that should have happened in the organized sector. All this is done verbally. These people leave their homes around the Mura and the Zomba and travel to Rufi, Kozo Estate. Just for example, there used to be a very big estate for Kozo Estate. They are found there. Now, the first thing that becomes a shock to them is that the accommodation, I want you to follow this, because if it was in the organized sector, these things would not have happened. The accommodation that the estate owner promised is not convenient, is not conducive. Because, I mean, I'm not talking about estate owner and members of the Macau said, after maybe these permanent workers, I don't know, candy. For example, there is an estate somewhere where you find brick houses. For these that are permanent on the estate. But these tenants, I'm about to go what you can call hut. It's a hut. It's a hut. The problem is the house the hut may not even have a bedroom. So it's just an open field. Now imagine someone had traveled all the way from one and was promised accommodation and only given a hut. And he has it's him, the wife, and 4 children. And these children are adults, not adults but grown-up children. Now they are squeezed into the hut. Violation of human rights. This could not have happened in the organized sector. That's one. Two, the following day, you find the clerk we were permanent, Uberandika paper. Salendo, Magona Banji, Sangai complain police in the body because the heart is too small. Okay, I'm going to do something to guide in Zabuya. We want guys 316. Okay, do what the money back of Gaiwa. We'll also give you 20 kgs of Nyemba. We'll give you 2 kg of salt. Right, so you can remember for now, so what's time is it? Okay, we'll give you that salt. So, our here, I our saying. Little do they know that they will pay for this lesson. That's tenant system in Ghana. So these guys start receiving maybe on monthly basis, but they are not told that they will pay for that. Secondly, another evil of tenant system is that payment is at the edge of the work. So, guys, my tenants, our tenants this month, August, they will advance April next year. And the payment system of tenants is in 3 ways. Sometimes, as an estate owner, I can agree with the tenant that I'll pay him a percentage of net sale sheet proceeds. What is net sale sheet proceeds? Well, I mean, I would rather for the sale sheet and the minimum to the 1 billion of auction for a sale sheet. A sale sheet shows how much you have sold your tobacco. And I'm a bill day to tell you bill number 1 is so much, the total is so much. So they are saying, Matena my estate owners they would agree that they will get a percentage of the net sale sheet. And I guess there's also example they would agree that the estate owner gets 70%, the tenant will get 30%. That's the first way you can agree with the tenant. I'm also sort of a ndikakupatsa marolima ndizikakupatsa chili chonse. At the end, you have to afford it, you get 70%, I get 70%, you get 70%. So if you sell at 100,000, it means I'm supposed to get 10,000 and you get 7,000. That's the arrangement. So we do the multiple stuff. That's one. And then they will have a fixed payment. So they can just agree to prevent the Minafodia itself at 500,000. Children say that. More April, May, they are not afford it. That was 500,000. And I will pay you every day 100 kg, I will be giving you so much. 250,000. We are every 100 kg. But you see, the point is the payment is done at the end. Now, this is unfair. As I'm saying, the Unorganised tenant system, so that you should compare it to organized. Why is this qualifying to be an organized? I cannot wait here and be told to be paid next year in August. No. This is an unfair labor practice. This cannot be allowed in the organized sector. So you will see, whether it is percentage, whether it is fixed, whether it's not done on monthly basis. Now the whole family has been taken from Parombe, is stuck in the home, and they will not get any monthly wage until they sell the tobacco. So the other thing that happens is the estate owner, apart from giving the food rations, giving whatever accommodation which is not complete accommodation, also gives a piece of land within his estate for the tenant to cultivate. That's when we have another violation which cannot happen in the organized sector. Because amateur have 2 hectares. When you over 2 hectares, you grow your tobacco there. So my tenants also have 1 hectare, 2 hectares, 3 hectares, depending on the size of the family. So remember, I said I've only employed the husband, but now this is 2 hectares. It means the husband will be forced to say, so in other words, secretly, child labor is being engaged. Because you cannot look after, you cannot compare to hectares. That's why I'm asking to Funa and familiarity of band. Not that to bring a van over and he will give them all the necessary family inputs. The estate owner will give them fertilizer, will give them paracopier, will give them everything that they need. But little do they know that this is also charged. So, at the end of the season, and I think August, for the adultery from May, they will have from August to May. May, I'm a greater scale. What do I need to do? And tobacco is labor intensive. They would announce sale. There's no way you can manage to 2 hectares alone. I will give another 2 hectares and so so you can see he is actually promoting the children to be assisting the father. This father international labor organization strict rules would let children go to school because in the tobacco